So my followers keep asking me about the Carmelo Anthony case and what's my take on it, and I'm gonna be honest, it's probably not the take that you want. I'm gonna really need black folks to get off the internet with the emotional reactions and the anger and the outrage, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. So let's take this case for face value from the black perspective. Carmelo Anthony was simply defending his life and the system carried out an injustice. My question is, did we learn something new about this system? You only have a hope in this system if you're black, if you're the perfect victim, right? And even then, it's not necessarily clear cut. If George Floyd was guilty in their eyes, so was Carmelo Anthony. If Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, hell, Mike Jackson was guilty in their eyes, so was Carmelo Anthony. Picking an all-white jury in a racially charged case, symptomatic of we don't see color, therefore we don't have to see racism. Is it all white people? Of course not. All white people, however, have never needed to be racist for racism to affect all black people. And all black people should know by now how this beast works. If we take for face value that Carmelo Anthony was simply defending his life, when has that ever been legal against white bodies? Injustice in this system is a spectacle that makes the injustice committer look godlike. We as human beings know that the universe tends towards symmetry and balance. So if you can create the spectacle of injustice, it makes the injustice committer look like they have godlike power. And the favorite group to play God towards is those who came here in shackles. And what do they extract from that? They extract our tears. They extract our suffering. It is a sadistic system. And I mean, you must assess this as sadism. Sadism gets off on the pain of its victim. They get a boner from you bleeding. So when I say stay up off this internet with the outrage and the negative energy, they sucking it up like vampires. They snorting it. It's a drug to them. And instead of the sorrow, get to solving these problems. You know, our esteemed ancestor, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, in her seminal work, The ISIS Papers, wrote that oftentimes black folks are adept at problem perception. Problem solving is where we seem to come up lacking. So how do we solve this, right? And I'm talking about by any and all means necessary. Are you willing to exact justice? Luigi style? Like, are you going to run up like that? And what does it say? That in order to live peacefully with folks, you must be as prepared to be as warlike as them. And what does that take from you? Time after time, black leaders, black movements have shown the light. And this country has repeatedly chosen the darkness. So what do you do in that situation? Because we ain't got another Martin Luther King among us. We ain't got another civil rights movement in us. This is not something that we can guarantee will not be removed from us if we do make progress on this. So let's assess the situation accurately. Can we depend upon living here in these conditions unto the 7th generation or not? Because we have a plethora of fires to put out as black folks, whether it be crime, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, police brutality, ratchetness, injustice, mass incarceration, drug abuse, you name it. But if you zoom out, you will see one key factor. We are dissolving in the American body politic. We are an Alka-Seltzer pill in water. We are coming apart. And as America comes apart, so will we, regardless of the fact that we have been the brunt of the injustice since the time that we got here. And to not accurately assess the fallout of this means that we have failed as parents, and we have failed as future ancestors, and our descendants will pay the price for our inaction. They will pay the price for our inability to think critically and clearly about what we are actually facing as a people in this country, given these centuries of evidence at our disposal. Carmelo is a symptom of the greater problem that we face as a collective. I learned nothing new here, and neither did you. But what I am interested in finding out is whether or not we can take the data available to us and act accordingly as free people and as responsible ancestors to secure the survival of our descendants. That has yet to be seen. I'm Brother Tej Wilson. If this conversation is important to you, share this out and discuss this with clear eyes and sober mind. Your children's lives depend on it. Peace.